shake your dreams from your hair. I'm already there, right beside you. So please, don't hide your safe. I'll be there if it breaks, right beside you. Suddenly I know now how it feels. I no longer have to beg or steal. I can stand now on this higher ground, where love is just a sound. Where love is...
Good morning.
Hey, morning. Super distracted this morning.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, you guys are all on our ass for being late this morning, but what you guys don't know is that Tiki's is currently posting all the winners from the Gold Standard Gecko Club, and I'm here hustling, trying to put a little document together so we could talk about it during our tea. So yes, I'm like multitasking at the same time, hence why we're a little late, because I was hoping I could get it done before we went live. That didn't happen because he's still posting them now.
Really, eh?
So we're gonna miss a few. I have 6 so far.
Well, that's okay.
So how was your week? How's it going?
It feels like I just like went to sleep and now it's Sunday. Like the week went by so fast. So fast. How was your week?
Oh man, same thing. I was in training for work for 4 days. So 4 out of 5, I was like, it was full day in-person training on site. So I left here early so I can get there an hour early so I can keep up on my emails and all this lovely boring stuff because I was in a training classroom for the whole time, right? So I feel like I've had 0 time to do anything this week. Like
same girl, same.
This weekend I started doing a little bit of the walk around. I went live on Instagram and did a little walk around the fence line because I was fixing fences to move the horses over, which we're doing today. And I was trying to, be online and engaging when I can, but man, it's been crazy.
Yeah, it's been pretty nuts. Who do we have?
We got 8 people watching today. That's awesome. Shauna Kana. Good morning, Shauna. And we have the fat man himself. Hello, everyone. What's with the sombrero? It's Cinco de Mayo. Yesterday was May the 4th be with you, which would have been way more fun because we could have had a little Star Wars theme going on, right?
Yeah, sure.
And what does he say? I get it's Cinco de Mayo, but maybe you could have found less offensive images like a coyote or a pile of cocaine. Okay, so Chris, to be fair, it's part of the Cinco de Mayo package of little images on Canva. So I'm not the one that's being offensive. Canva is being offensive.
That's so funny.
And there's my hubby in here. Good morning. Oh, he says, good morning, everyone, and the fat man. Oh, he likes to single Chris out, I guess, eh? He gets to have his own good morning. Everyone gets one collectively, and then Chris gets one by himself. Yeah, I see how you're playing
girl is sucking up, though.
Yeah. Who else do we got here? We got Sandra. So excited. Hi, Sandra. Good morning. And we have who's going to be our special guest later. Nikita's in here. And we got Northlands in the house. Thanks everyone for joining us, eh? We're on episode 8.
That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, it is. Like we're only 2 episodes behind the lamest chat.
Yeah.
Are you drinking your Timmy's today?
Of course, every morning.
I'm back on Nespresso with my fancy little cup.
I like that cup.
It's my favorite. It's so much better than that dragon cup I got. Like you can't drink out of that other cup. It's absolutely awful.
It's so cool though.
It is. It's like, it's really pretty, but it's not practical. Like I bought it because it's pretty.
Right.
It looks like it's a dragon, but we do little pocket dragons, so it was kind of a neat little
Yeah.
play on things.
Speaking of pocket dragons, some of my hatchlings hatched out.
Yeah, these are your first ones too, eh?
Yeah. I should have sent you photos to like highlight, but whatever. They're super cute.
It's exciting. So how did it feel to have your first hatchlings hatch?
I was scared. They're so tiny.
They are. They're
They're so,
super tiny.
and they're quick. I had no idea something so small could be so fast. They're quick. They're
Yeah.
so quick. Like they can jump like 10 feet. They can clear 10 feet, no problem. And then land
Yeah.
on the wall. Like they're good.
And this was a lily white pairing, and you lucked out to get a lily white in your first pair of hatchlings.
Yeah, I had no idea that is that good?
Well, like some people will pair up and they like when I paired up, I had three geckos hatch out before I even got the lily whites. All my lily whites end up hatching near the end.
Oh, so I really I hit
Yeah.
50-50 then on the first.
Well, I don't know what the odds are on other people. Like poor Robbie over there was trying to was it the I think it was the cappuccinos or the xanthics. I can't remember which one it was, but he was getting like 0 odds on them.
Oh
And he
no.
only ended up having a hatchling 1 or 2. I think things got better near the end of the season. I can't remember now which one it was that he was. I think it was the caps.
Oh
I'm
no.
not sure. Yeah. So it's been a rainy morning this morning, eh?
It's very gloomy. And actually I woke up this morning, so I've been catching rainwater for my plants because
Okay.
of all the chlorine and stuff that's in my water.
Yeah.
And I woke up and it was like raining so hard and I was so mad that I missed out on all of that rainwater. I was like, I'm not going out in the rain to put a bucket out now. Like it's not happening.
Yeah. Well, you could always come here with a bucket. Like if you get one of those buckets with the lids and come steal some of my well water,
Yeah, I can always water.
which is like the best water ever.
It
Nikita,
tastes
what
so
she's saying, they've always, that's always my most nervous part, making sure that they don't hurt themselves when this little thing, eats its whole life out of your hand, right? Like
Oh
they
man.
just launch themselves. No
Yeah, they have
self-preservation.
none. They're not afraid of anything except for me.
I tell you, eh? So do you want to just hop into our, I know we're a bit early, but I guess most of our talk falls under the tea stuff, eh?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let me bring it up. There we go. So do you want to start with your tea or my tea?
So I kind of already poured my tea all over the place before it was tea time.
Okay. What was your tea?
My first lily white ever she started laying duds. So I found duds in her tub last night, and I think they were fresh duds because they're like they were still squishy and juicy.
Yeah.
It was a total spin case when I was in there, so I think she had just laid.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it, really.
Yeah. It's been kind of a weird week. I'm up to 8 eggs now. So Lenny, my very first gecko ever that I got, laid her first pair. So it was kind of one of those like little bittersweet, So yeah, I was pretty excited about that. It's part of the super empty back project. So it was exciting to have it come full circle. Your first gecko.
So this is your first gecko that you bought, or the first gecko that you produced?
My first gecko I ever bought.
Wow.
My very first gecko I bought. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
super bittersweet. When I think of growing ball pythons up from babies, right? And then having them on eggs. I've had that happen 4 times. And then I've had it happen once where it was a snake that I produced on eggs. And it was super, super bittersweet. You're just like, how?
Yeah,
how
right?
Years go by so fast?
Yeah, and when I got her, she was a hatchling. She was super tiny, like just over 3 grams, right? So, and she was a bit of a slow grower, but it was kind of nice this was 2 days ago. Yeah.
Oh, well,
on Friday, and I was like, "What? What's going on? I can't believe you laid eggs, and they're super fertile." So I'm so excited. So
Great.
all these eggs are going to start hatching around July to end of July and so on,
Yeah.
right? If everything is consistent to last year,
Yeah. 'Tis the season for being overwhelmed.
right? I can't remember what you said, but Chris says,
Oh, spilling the
April, I
tea
have that problem
prematurely.
too. What's that?
Spilling the tea prematurely.
Oh, okay. So the other side of it is this weekend is Flora Fauna,
Mm.
and I regret my decision to not go.
Oh, it looks like so much fun.
Yeah, and Brian over at Altitude Exotic is making his mission to post as much as he can about it, which has been fabulous. We're going to share a little action. And then they have like a dance party on Saturday night, right? So Friday and Saturday they do vending. And then they have the auction and then a big party. And then today it's all, I think, panels and more of the convention side of things.
Right.
But last night's party was an 80s theme, and he posted this.
We're going.
I feel like there was some sort of competition there.
I feel like
Like,
that was a lot
who
of
could
fun.
do like the best worm? Because there was a lot of people doing it,
Yeah.
trying to show each other up.
Yeah, it looks like it was a blast.
Oh, and you could spot people in there, like who's who, but like gecko people, I guess, know how to have a good time.
I guess.
But man, that location is so pretty.
Mhm.
Like it's such a beautiful space to have this, and it's very different. It looks like from, well, even from what I hear from other expos and stuff, because it's not an expo, right? It's a conference.
Right.
So they have like an expo piece to it, but then they also have like the panels and the education piece to it too, which is kind of
Right.
neat, and workshops. And so, yeah, 2025 might be the year. I'll have to convince Gerald to come too. If not, then we'll just go together.
Can confirm gecko people know how to party.
Oh, Northland. Yeah. Yes, we do. There's been a lot of posts too, like even like people having dinners and hanging out. Like we see it too with the reptile expos, but it was really kind of nice to see because basically it's a big group of gecko people, right? So
Yeah.
if you guys want to check out more stuff, Altitude Exotics, Brian has been posting and sharing a lot of things. The guys from the Gecko Pod too have been sharing stuff on their stories. Tiki's has been sharing a lot of stuff through his gold standard Gecko Club, which is what I'm going to pop in next. I just have to bring it on the screen. Let's get that. Where to go? Fill the space. There, it's loading. So it's not all of them. He's still posting some. So he's actively posting the winners now. I know they were supposed to go live yesterday to share the winners. But I didn't see any of that unless I just missed the notification and it wasn't shared after. I'm just trying to figure out how do I no. Haha. There we go. Now we're not blocking it. I was like, why are we in the way? Still learning this whole StreamYard system. So he's been sharing on Gold Standard Gecko Club the winners. So this one here is the best lily white. So the best lily white goes to Gecko Harmony. A lot of white coverage, super gorgeous. And I love that they have these little trophies. Those are so cool.
They're so neat. I
Is
love
that a gecko? They have a legit gecko. They have their logo with the gecko in the middle. That's awesome.
I love it.
And then we have the best. Oh no, my slide thing is blocking and I can't read it. It's Juliana Geckos and it's for best Dalmatian. Well, that's awesome. I was actually surprised to see a Dalmatian from Juliana's Geckos because she posts all her pastel stuff and her lilies and all her soft skill projects and whatnot.
She's probably
So,
just hiding it, just keeping
yeah.
a hidden gem put away, right?
And then I think that says Celestial Exotics and best pinstripe. See, on my side, it's all covered by the thing that says slide. So you might have to help me read these, April.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Okay, and what's this one?
Best Cappuccino by Celestia.
Oh, Celestial Exotics. So did you see the drama that ensued with the cappuccino stuff when they posted? So they were showing some videos of the different candidates, right? The different entries within the competition.
Okay.
And when he posted the video for cappuccino, there was 2 entries and both of them were fraps. So people were in the comments there saying, well, it's not a cappuccino, it's a frap. And then there was arguments back and forth. This is, listen, okay? A frappuccino is a cappuccino. It just has the lily white stacked on it. It doesn't make it any less of a cappuccino.
I kind of want to be the devil's advocate here and say that they're right, though. Like, if you're going to have the best cappuccino, it should be a cappuccino and not a frappuccino.
Yeah.
And if you want to have the best frappuccino, then it would be a frappuccino.
Yes. However, keeping in mind, like, it'd be different if they had entries of cappuccinos and he excluded cappuccino entries to put in fraps. I think as you build on and you get more entries, because at the end of the day, he has only so many spaces for entries, right? So if you're looking like at a cappuccino category, my thought would be, if you only have 6 spots for entries and you get 7 or 8 geckos to be submitted to participate, I think that this first selection should be the cappuccinos, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are showing more cappuccino and not being overshadowed by the lily white. But by the principle that you're saying, it should be best cappuccino, not frappuccino. But by that logic, then you would have to count out geckos like cappuccino empty back or cappuccino extreme harlequin or a cappuccino, you know what I mean? Because all it is stacking on another genetic, but at the end of the day, it's still a cap. So like, where would you draw the line at that point? You know, just because lily white brings in so much white, does that then make it not worthy to be submitted into a cappuccino category?
But would they accept like a frappuccino in the lily white?
Yeah, why not? It's still a lily white.
I guess. Yeah, it makes sense.
Right? Like, if you're going to do it for specific categories, and maybe as it gains more popularity and you have more people participating in it and you have more entries, there's always room to add more categories, right? So you could add a frappuccino category. Because like, even if you're looking at exanthics, like exanthics, you could submit a lily white exanthic or a pinstripe or a phantom. Like, you could go the complete opposite way. And what's the difference when you're putting in a lily white cappuccino versus a phantom cappuccino? One adds white, one takes it away. So it's where do you draw the line in the sand? It's just because the lily white cappuccino has a cool name.
Right. I think there's going to be some tweaking that needs to be done, though, like throughout the years, right? Just to kind of fine tune it a little bit.
Yeah. And also, I haven't taken the time to look at like the point system. I know it's a lot on confirmation. So at the end of the day, but the other one has a nicer confirmation. Like, when you're putting a frappuccino versus a cappuccino, you're going to be looking at which one is the best representative of the breed for a cappuccino. So if the cappuccino might not have all the white and flashy color, you can't judge based on the pattern, right? You have to judge on the structure. And if the cappuccino has a nicer structure, then that's the one you should be going with.
Right. Makes sense.
I think people get caught up on the flashy colors.
Yeah.
So let's pop over to the next one. You got to read it out because I can't see it. I think this is Phantom.
Yeah, congratulations, Bill and Co Exotics for winning Best Phantom.
So here's a perfect example. That's a Phantom Lily White.
Okay.
So there's a Lily White again in another category, right?
Yeah.
So unless they exclude Lily White altogether in all non-Lily White categories.
It definitely appears like Lily White is pretty popular.
Which is awesome that it's still being worked into everything.
Yeah.
And then the last slide I was able to get, I think this is Harlequin. There's the reds.
Red base.
Best red base. Okay. And that's
Fireside Geckos. So congratulations
awesome.
to Fireside Geckos for winning Best Red Base Crested Gecko.
So congratulations, everybody. And I know there was other ones. I was really excited to see who won the yellow. I'm actually going to pop it up real quick right now to see if they did any updates.
It's actually so crazy, though. In the picture, I don't see any red. It just goes to show you how much the picture is distorted, right?
Right. And it's also about like whether it's fired up or fired down too.
Yeah.
So I don't have the pictures yet because he's still posting, but they posted. So Tara Lee Cresties won Best Harlequin for her gecko. Tara Lee Cresties also won Best Morph Combo and Best Yellow Base for her gecko. So if you haven't seen the video, they did post one for Best Yellow and they had a Phantom and then they had this super bright, like neon yellow gecko. So that neon yellow gecko was Tara Lee's gecko. So that one won in both the Best Morph Combo and Best Yellow Base. And then HKD Geckos won Best Tricolor and Best of Show.
Oh, the crest on this animal is incredible. Hold on, I'm going to see.
If you can hear, let me put you on full screen. Just a sec. Bear with me. Where are you? Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted to do. There you go. So pretty. Yeah, so that's the Best in Show, guys, and that was produced by HKD Geckos. Awesome. Yep. Sweet. So that's our tea. I think overall it went well. I'd like to hear what people have to say about it. I really want to see it grow and have more entries. Like I know if I'm in a position to be able to enter, I would love to participate.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I can't yet because I haven't grown up and bred anything that I've produced yet. I'm
wondering if people were nervous to submit entries, worried of whether or not their geckos weren't good enough, or if that was, because a lot of them I saw, like the ones he posted anyways, there was only 2 entries. One category I only had 1 entry. So I kind of was hoping to see like a lot more entries per category. And I'm just wondering if people are just so like worried that they're going to get like a negative, comment on their gecko, or that they may be self-conscious that their gecko is not going to be up to the standard for evaluation, that might be making people hesitant. I'd like to know where the hesitation came from to submit more geckos into this, because there was a lot of people at Flora Fauna. So I'm actually quite surprised that there wasn't as many in the categories.
Right. I'm wondering maybe if they're just, like you've said, worried that their gecko isn't going to make the cut. And I think that would have a negative light on their business.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, right? Nikita says, ooh, that pinstripe. Yeah, I agree. It was super pretty. Like all the geckos that they've had that I saw there were really nice. For sure. And she said, I actually noticed that people held back from entering. Yeah, and it'd be interesting to kind of see. I mean, whether or not people will actively talk about why they didn't enter or not. I was kind of surprised. So yeah, any more tea?
Nope.
Or do you want to move on?
We can move on if you want to move on.
Well, we can go. I'm just going to bring up our next segment. Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good.
Good
So,
morning.
on my comment, I wanted to say if you noticed in one of those, I think it was the yellow,
Yeah,
someone comment because I think there was two people, but one of them didn't have a tail. And someone
yeah,
commented saying, like, I thought that was an automatic disqualification.
yeah,
But what I just saw, she just won 2 awards actually with that gecko. And
yeah.
feel like
And
that's why a lot of people were scared to enter, whether it was the tail, you may thought the eyes were bulgy, but like he only
yeah,
has so many spots, so many people. You never know.
yeah.
Like
And the
he
tail
won
is the extra
awards
point.
without tails. So it goes to
Yeah.
show get your entries in.
So everyone, this is Nikita. She came in with a bag.
She's mystical jumpers, as you can
The
see.
mystical jumpers on Instagram. How are you?
Okay. I'm actually kind of excited to see all those winners. A lot of them are really pretty.
Yeah, no, it's kind of exciting for sure to see like what's been submitted, but again, like I'm surprised that they didn't have as many entries as I would have expected. And yeah, the tail is all about they just didn't get the extra point, right? For the tail.
But I mean, at the end, she won 2 awards with that gecko. So
Yeah, and if you get a spectacular gecko from the get-go, gecko from the get-go,
that's
then hey, who knows, right?
right.
So maybe that'll encourage more people to enter their geckos who were just holding back because it was a spectacular specimen, but no
And like
tail.
that's his
Right.
first rodeo with it. So I
Yeah,
mean, people know now what they're looking for, what you win, how I don't he didn't really show the process of how he kind of did his little cue card thing, but it didn't really show of them bringing the geckos. But I mean, I don't think that's gonna stop anyone. I
yeah.
mean,
I think it'd be what would be neat to see in the future would be something that we would see similar to like other competitions where so like we do virtual shows with the Kuni pigs.
yeah.
And we submit our videos and they have the judges and they'll post it and they'll post a video on YouTube and the judge has their commentary as he's judging the animal. So he'll say, you know, where they're getting the points, where they're lacking, what they need to improve on. And those comments are valuable for everybody because they can kind of see that and say, oh, okay, I see what the judge is seeing. I get it. And then you can apply it not only to yourself if it's your entry, but other people can use that and apply it with their own geckos. So I think that'd be kind of neat to kind of hear that process and the rationale as to why certain geckos are getting scored higher than others, other than like making up that deduction on your own.
Yeah. Yeah, because before it's like you guys said in one of the other lives, like it was hard to determine what was like a good structure to me
Right.
versus someone else. Like you like
Mhm.
the snout a little different versus some people like it bigger. Like some people like the lashes and the crest to be like a certain length. Some of them like the tips to be a little longer than the other points. Like it's
Yeah,
now it's actually I mean, not really a guide, but it's a general idea of what you want, especially if you're going to want to keep holdbacks, if you want to breed. Like before, we're just
Winging
picking
it.
what we like, what we think will be good, what will produce a good pattern, or like more Dalmatian, more like, you know what I mean? It's more what we think we want to do in a project and not really, like what it could offer. And I think this is going to start. I mean, it's going to start a lot of controversy, but I think it's going to open up a lot of doors for good stuff for people to actually, like, even when you go to the reptile show, like, people, like, when you have your booth, some people ask questions like, what would be the best looking? What's your best this? What's that? And some people are like, well, this is what I think is best. And others
yeah,
think different, So now there's an actual thing where we can say, well, the crest, and you look at the eyes, and you know what I mean? Like, we can kind
yeah.
of give a,
It's subjective, and yeah, Gerald, but different judges see differently, and we have seen that before. Sometimes you just need to try, and it's fun. And yeah, and that's the thing that I find. Like I know when I'm going into a competition I look and see who's the judge. And then based on that judge really determines what your entries are going to be because not all judges are looking for the same things. And some people seem to be drawn to, like, even if you have a standard, we're all naturally drawn to the things that we like, right? So we'll have a judge that'll be skewed one way and really likes something specific. And if you're going to have an animal in that category that's going to have this thing, they're going to be the clear winner. So that's where it comes with longevity with shows and getting to know your judges and knowing what they're looking for. And that could determine like what the entries are and what you're looking to put in to be evaluated and such, right? I think that for the longest time we were the opinion of big heads, flashy color,
Yeah.
Mhm.
lots of pattern, lots of white, big heads. And
Yeah.
now I think it's going to really change because there's going to be more emphasis on other aspects than just big heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how's it going with you? You're in what? Let's shift over to mystical jumpers.
Where should we start?
Yeah. So, where are you located? You
In
want to share that
Ottawa.
with everyone?
We're in Ottawa. We're not far from the airport. I like to say the Children's Hospital because, well, a lot of people know where CHEO is, and Ottawa's well known for CHEO.
Yeah.
That's actually why we're here. But no, we're in Ottawa. We're not far from the EY Center or the airport. Actually, I'm pretty sure my husband's there with the kids right now looking at airplanes flying. That's
Keeping it quiet in your house.
Yeah, that's why it's so quiet. Like we've got 4 kiddos. So this is, I started with right after our second son.
Okay.
I'm a stay-at-home mom with most of the kids. We have 2 autistic kids, so it's kind of a balance. I do the geckos to keep me sane, truly. It's the kids love them. Like we got a couple geckos for the kids, but really they're for us.
Yeah.
It's like they have their own, like, is that one mine? Is that one mine? Like my son has a tree frog, he's still downstairs with all the reptiles. We still take care of him, but we started with our second son to kind of just like do something, like just to not really just stay a family, but something that it's like the hobby, like I hate saying the reptile hobby because it's so used, but it was just something that keeps all of us interested. Like the kids get to see us feed the bugs, like even with the beardies, like it's something we can all do together. Like me and the hubby can feed the geckos, we handle the geckos, like me and him get to choose who we want to breed or like our the projects. That's what I'm looking for. So
I find so my son is 17 and he's on the autism spectrum. So he was diagnosed at 6. So very familiar with CHEO. I'm more familiar with the older autism program that they had because I know that they've changed things several years ago.
Our diagnosis over video like this, like our second diagnosis for our son, and I was so confused because you have to go there for everything.
Yeah.
Like everything.
But the animal therapy I find was the hugest like impact. It had an enormous impact on him and his development and his speech and everything. Like for us, it was mainly horses at the time. And he'd come to the barn and he was really involved with the horses and being in the barn. And then when we moved here in 2015 and we started getting more animals because we're on the farm, having him involved in that process of cleaning animals and taking care, it helped him build like that emotional side, right? The empathy and understanding emotions. And even like, it's funny because I always find that he's super in tune with the animals, even more so than any of us, where he, like with the horses, like he kind of knows. And with the pigs, the behavior wise, he's kind of a little bit more connected in a way.
Connection.
Yeah. Yeah, and she says, animals, we own a zoo. We do now. We didn't at first, but yeah. I mean, it's almost like Little Ray's over here for people in the Ottawa area who know who that is. Like we have quite a bit going on in here. It's definitely the zoo.
They started me on my reptile. I have a picture. One of my albums, I'm like junior kindergarten, senior. I was just a baby, and I have a leopard gecko on my arm. Yeah. Just hanging out with it. And I swear since Little Ray's way back then is when that just started. Snakes, beardies, geckos,
It's great that they do that in schools though, because that is where it starts, the interest. Like they'll have birthday parties or they'll have events where they'll come in the schools and show kids the animals and
it
a
makes
lot of the kids are worried like when they bring out the spider or you know what I mean, and or the snake, and they help kind of take that fear away because the kids are so young that they can kind of learn that it's not as scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then it makes you wonder, like the whole, like with autism too, would they have the option of the emotional companion or like the dog, the cat? You can get the like, I mentioned to them reptiles, like especially like geckos, because they jump and the kids laugh and like, you know what I mean? Like each kid has their own thing, but I've noticed like even with the horses, like there's the joy of seeing them, brushing them, feeding them, like, you know what I mean? Like, mucking the stables isn't always fun, but there's have that with autism. It's always that, I don't want to say that drive, but looking towards doing something, the routine, the pattern, like the geckos, we feed them every certain day, we're always in there missing. It's, I just love it.
Well, I'm glad that you're able to find something to kind of help, and it's a great way to, unite the family.
Yeah, that's why we decided to start breeding them, because it was just, my aspect was the like what you can get from them, like we were talking the other day about like the greens, like not a lot of people are doing greens, like there's so much that like you can explore that don't like haven't even been done. Like a lot of people are not even touching into Dalmatians. Like imagine a Dalmatian with a green base.
Yeah. Well, you see them with the green spots.
Yeah, like there's so many possibilities with Crested Geckos, and that's another thing with the competition. Like it's gonna open up so many more, because not even a lot of people know what morphs there is, what like the white wall or like soft scale, or what pinstripe means, or the types of Dalmatian, like Dal, Super Dal. Like this is gonna open up people to understand, even just people that have pets at home, to know what they even have.
Yeah.
Mind you, for us breeders, it's going to make us very particular on what we're going to have. But I think that's going to be fun.
Jeez, everyone loves cleaning shit. Yeah. It's a little bit easier when you're dealing with reptile stuff, though. Gecko stuff is a lot smaller than horse.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reptile I don't like out of us is the beardies, but I mean,
oh, they get smelly. That's nasty.
I mean, like there's some people that like got iguanas. I've heard snakes fart and they're stinky too. So I mean, there's some, no one likes that part.
No. Did you want to pop in and bring up your geckos and we could talk about your geckos?
Let's talk about some.
Let's pop them up.
So that's Tinkerbell. So she is currently our breeder. So she's breeding eggs right now. We have 4 incubating, and I have this little dude who I was talking about earlier. He's Houdini. He doesn't like enclosures, doesn't like anything. He likes to get out.
Nope.
Mind you, it makes sense with Tinkerbell because she never wants to be in one spot. She likes flying around. So she was our second purchase. Our first purchase actually was from a pet store. She's Honey. I'll never breed her.
Mm-hmm.
She'll stay a pet only. Tink, I'm not sure what expo we got her from. She's about 4 years now. No, 3. Sorry, 3. I really liked the yellow on her when I got her, or when I seen her. Like the picture on the bark, you can kind of see how vibrant it was. Like it's so hard to get her vibrant yellow.
Is she fire up like super dark too, like her base? I would imagine.
Yeah, it kind of does. Like she really doesn't fire up much anymore. Like she did when she was younger, but like she kind of stays that gray. Like I mean, she misfires a lot. So like her legs, around her legs, you'll see it get darker more.
Mm-hmm. And she's almost got a full pin, eh? Just a little tiny break near the tail, it looks like.
Like she's...
So what's your plans for her project-wise? Are you doing like pin stuff or...
I wanted to kind of exploit the Dalmatian in her,
Okay.
but I kind of just like I want to bring out the yellow more. Like I want to find another yellow. Like I don't know what it is with the yellow, orange, and reds with me lately.
Yeah.
I'm just all about it.
So you're wanting to work a little bit more on the pattern and do pattern dowels.
Like I was, because that's what like I was saying that the green, almost green base with Dalmatians would be nice, but I have to like I have another one named Rumple who has a decent green, but I don't know if I would want to pair him with her. Like right now she's paired with he's a full pinstripe back, but he's more of like a brown orangey color. Which like I wonder if I can get the little baby out here. He's producing some like nice little orangey babies. I can just move the camera. Why would I want to take the picture?
Yeah.
It's like a little orangey kind of,
Okay.
which is nice. He's got, I mean, this little one's got the light eyes. Like both, I should have put a picture of the dad, but it's almost like that light blue eyes coming.
Okay.
Which is
so most like I guess like a grayish or
let's close you up.
Awesome. Well, not a lot of people are working. Everyone's so afraid of dowels with pattern.
Yeah, see, I don't mind it.
It's like they see pattern and they don't want a spot. And when they see a spot April, it's like blasphemy.
No.
Not a spot. Oh no.
Sometimes if you can exploit the right spots, like it'll be like a nice feature. Like I mean, like I got beauty marks, so like when I look at the spots, I think of almost the same thing when it comes to like humans, you know, like it's a rarity, like it's like a beauty mark, like it's, you know what I mean? It's a lot of people don't like the Dalmatians, mind you. They would like to keep the Dalmatian just its own project, but I don't know.
Well, and I think in some genetics, it's hard to get away with it because to get away from it. So, like I find, like even with the caps, you're still seeing a lot of spots and cappuccinos. And like I have Pixel, and the Pixel stuff has spots. And I can tell you, the parents that produce the visual Pixels don't have a spot on either of them, but the spot comes through, and it's almost like it's tied to that underlying Pixel genetic, right? So, trying to see if you can make Pixel without spots, or like it sometimes they just pop up and it happens. But I'll take something with a nice structure and all the positive going for it, and it has a spot. Well, hey, it has a spot.
Yeah, I'm that same way.
So who's this one?
That's Cupid. So he is from Vintage Reptiles. So Abby in Vogue. I think it's Vogue in Toronto. Or
Okay.
Vaughn. Vogue. I can never pronounce it properly.
Near Toronto.
He actually was a contest winner. So I got 4 geckos from her and then entered in her giveaway, and you get to choose between 3 geckos, and I obviously choose the patternless with the red base.
Okay.
I'm hoping to grow him out because he's still only like 10 grams. And produce with we have a lily white here that I'm debating. If not, I really want to exploit the red and oranges. Like I would love to make a creamsicle. Like that would be a dream.
Yeah. And the phantom lilies are so pretty.
Yeah, like I have my lily from Exquisite, I think. She's still a baby though. Like I only got her a few months ago. So she like they both won't be ready for another couple years, but I'm hoping to get more of that orange and red production.
Yeah. I'm tagging April in for the talking for the next one because she's being so silent.
No, I'm listening. I'm watching.
Your turn. Tag, you're it.
Who's this one?
Larkin. So he's a possible soft scale white wall. Recently, his lady that breed him from Zozu's Reptiles, she ended up actually having to get a support dog for I think it's a dog for one of her kids that are autistic. So we kind of made a little deal where I'll give her a certain amount, and then I'll take some of the geckos that she no longer wants. And he ended up actually being one I bought in November at the expo from her, who I now have the mom of. He was one of the projects I was looking for with the white wall, soft scale, pinstripe. I don't know. He just caught my eye. He's a lot bigger now. He's really spunky. That's the word. He's really spunky. I'm hoping I have another girl, her name's Cookie. She's another white wall soft scale. I'm hoping maybe if we can get them together to get more of the soft scale aspect with the full pinstripe. I don't really mind if they don't produce like more white walls. I mean, like not a lot of people are really more focused on like the dorsal parts. I think that's dorsal, right?
And he's what? He's a black base?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I love soft scales.
yeah.
He looks like he has empty back in him too.
Yeah,
I was just looking at that actually.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
want
was like the whole base of it. I'm like, soft scale, empty back, up my alley.
Yeah, I feel like we actually have in the agreement that we have his mom, we have an older brother and a younger sister from the same parents. So I mean, I'm hoping to get some good babies from one of them's siblings.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to breed him. I just don't know who. Like, I was debating the one, but that's the whole thing, right? You got to wait your few years, and then, in your mind it changes. You might I don't know. I might maybe.
Well, you'll probably come and check out some stuff at my table
Okay.
in June, because I can tell you that I have some yellow empty back full pin stuff that I produce that you like, the yellows and the oranges.
And I was saying, like, I need
Yeah.
female for sure.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why I'm always ended up buying males.
I don't know why all mine always grow up to be male.
Well, you had a spot at one time where you were having a bunch of females. Like, your hatchlings were all booming. They were all growing to male.
Yeah,
But
so
you had bought a bunch of mature females, right?
yeah, so I had gone and bought a whole bunch of mature females, and I was like, I have a feeling all of my babies are going to grow balls, and they did. They all did. Even the ones that didn't have pores, they dropped balls. Oh well.
Tis the way it happens, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, now we got a Dal. So who's this guy?
So that's Bambino. So I am hoping, I really want to do a red base Dal. Now I keep changing who I want to pair him with, because at first I was debating Tink because he has kind of that neon yellow.
Okay.
But the more that I think about it, I have a girl downstairs named Hot, who's she's more of a red-based Dalmatian. She's actually, I believe, Daffy's, I think the dad Gucci is her dad, if I'm correct. I know it's written on on her tank. I actually have two of his Daffy's babies from Gucci. I have a male and a female, so I'm waiting to see if she gets more of a redder base, in hopes that I can get him with her and get, like, because he's got a red base too, but he doesn't, I don't want to say he doesn't fire up for me, because he's just so calm. Like, he's my one gecko, like, I hold him and he just sinks in my hand. Like, when I try and put him like on the bed just to relax, like, the dude climbs right back on me and just falls asleep, like closes his little crest, like, and he tries so hard to close his little eyes.
Gets all that grumpy face.
He's our most sweetest. Like, my husband's actually holding him in that picture, and he's just like this, and he just hangs out there. Like, he doesn't really jump much. He's not skittish. He's very docile. But I would love for him to be my next summer's project. Hoping focus on like a good girl for him. Like it's hard to tell, but he's got some good crest. Like his eyes don't bulge too much. His nose is great. Now that I have
Now that you have the standards, you're analyzing everything.
Oh, everyone. I'm always like taking pictures from the top of their head now, like, and I'm like videoing like from the top down, like so you can see the proper spine and like make sure like everything's okay. But like, I mean, that's the good thing I like about it now, because I actually can sit there and like, okay, well, I might not like this, so maybe we'll retire you to something else. And you know, but he's my next hopefully project. I'm just gonna wait for the proper lady.
Yeah, I have one Dal male here that I got early on when I bought geckos, and Dal wasn't something that I was initially wanting to get into, but he has some pretty good, nice like portholes on the side.
Yeah.
And I said, well, if I'm going to do a Dal project, I'd want to do something with the big portholes. And I still like I have one female, but I'm not sold on it yet, right? Like I don't know whether or not it's something I want to, if it's the road I want to go down, because I have so many other projects that I'm working on. And Dals are one of those things where to try to find that unique thing, because the spots at the end of the day, they end up growing out later. So the longer you hold on to them, the nicer they become, right? And when they're little, unless you have some crazy spots coming out right from the get-go, it's usually more one of those things that they grow out later. So to have like a nice little thing, whether it's like portholes or in your case, you're looking at patterns and such, like it kind of changes it up a bit.
Yeah, like him, I would love if we could get some bullseyes. Like, there's one gecko I got from, actually, I should mention, he's from Reptiles R Us in 2022. I forgot to say that. But we got a little hatchling from Windsor in the last expo we went to in March. And I just sent, why can't I think of her name? Sophia, SJ Reptiles.
Okay.
The gecko we got from her is actually now growing out and starting to show bullseyes.
Oh, those are fun.
So like I sent it to her and she's like, one of his full siblings had some. So like, I'm not even surprised, like, but I am. So it does go to show like Dalmatians, you gotta wait it out to see what they produce, because they grow bigger, they grow more, they change colors. Like I've seen blacks turn to gray turn to orange, or gray turn to green, sorry. Not orange. But yeah, no.
And then last but not least.
Yes. So I don't have him yet. He's paid off. I get to pick him up on our way to the expo on the 26th. I am so excited. He's from Meta Geckos. He's a possible male. I wish he was a girl, but that's not my choice.
I have some meadow geckos here, and they're so vibrant. They're always such nice, like the color on them.
Yeah, I saw it and I had like I just had to. I couldn't say no. Then she started posting some more other hatchlings that she's been releasing from Holdback, and I'm just like, oh, but I want to, but I can't. I don't want to check siblings. Like, no. But him, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm definitely gonna let him grow out because he's still under that year. So he's still got another year to 18 months to even.
Tammy says she almost bought him.
She's released a couple. I think she has 2 more available right now. I want to get Salmon. I believe she's one of the ready to breed females for 400, and she's like a nice orange red. Just I think she's a patternless. I don't think she has anything on her. I think she's just. But this little one will be getting. I'll be thinking about what projects, because moving forward, I want to focus on the orange and the reds and the yellows. Well, more the orange and reds.
The vibrant colors.
Yeah. I was debating when I was talking to Ned, I was debating mixing him with our Lily White Raspberry, but I don't know if I want to. Like, everyone's doing the mixing with Lily Whites. Like, that was the one thing I've noticed. That was one thing everyone liked, and everyone just wanted that. And like those different morphs of Lily Whites. But I don't know. I mean, that's what makes it great about a breeder. You get to choose what you like and what you think would look great.
Yeah, she's saying stunning. The female I got is so pinky orange.
See, like I knew her geckos they're gonna produce some beautiful babies.
Well, and she was working on pinks and stuff too, right? Like, so like
all of her geckos she posts, I'm always like, oh, I want that one, but I want that one. It's so hard. That's one thing I'll say. She's got amazing looking geckos.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, no, and she still has quite a few. If anyone wants to go check it out, she still has some really nice ones that she's posted. So some of her lavenders are really pretty, for sure.
She's got some great ones. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I hit the wrong thing. Ah! Keep that for later. Sorry, my bad.
Party somewhere on Sunday.
Just want to, get everyone to party, wake everyone up. It's early in the Sunday morning.
It's a gloomy Sunday morning.
It is a gloomy Sunday morning. So, how many geckos are you up to right now?
Oh my!
Don't answer that question.
I mean, let me check my notes.
I'm pretty sure when
she has enough when she has to check her notes.
Yeah, well, when I asked you like last week, you were like in the 80s, I believe.
My husband's watching the live. He said Rumple and Tink would have been a great mix. I get caught. No, that's not what I'm looking for. It's in these text messages. So
it's a high enough number that she has to look it up because you can't remember it.
There's 48 on that list, but I bought some since then. So
okay. So give or take. More so give, not take.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
April's sitting there on the edge of her seat. How many?
Matt said about 7 roughly. Nice to know you're still watching.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember being at 68 before I bought the last 3. So the orange one, and then I got 2 more coming from house at the expo.
So you're in around the 70 range then.
71.
You don't need an exact number. I'm not going to.
That's including our hatchlings. We've got 4 eggs incubating right now.
Yeah, but they don't count because they're still in eggs.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go with 70 closer.
We're going to go with 70. Yeah.
And that's it.
I gatekeep a lot of my geckos. A lot of them I don't show unless they're on my story. I don't know. I like my babies.
Well, that's awesome. So if people want to find you online, where can they find you? What are your socials?
Facebook or Instagram.
Okay, I'm
trying to set up Morph Market. I just need to get in Ottawa. You have to get that purple ID card because I don't drive. My husband does that.
Yeah.
So I have to go apply for that purple card, and then Morph Market just wants a picture of me with the enclosure, so I'll be on there soon. Yeah. Facebook, Instagram. I'm always on Instagram. My phone, my computer, it goes to my husband's. He's got the business thing hooked up through Facebook, so sometimes it goes through there, like the notifications. So you can always message us.
Awesome. And you have a couple available right now that you're looking to sell, or?
I want to say there's 8 available. Okay. Mostly all hatchlings. I don't think I have any, I've been thinking about letting some, there's the 3 siblings I have with the mom here. I was talking about maybe possibly letting one of the brothers go because we've got a hatchling from that pair, and then we've got the brother and sister, and then Larkin I would be keeping no matter what. Okay. He's the soft scale white wall. So there might be some ready to breeds for sale.
It's
I'm pretty
awesome.
easy.
So everyone go check out her Instagram and go see what she has, because you post them on your stories and you have, I would imagine, like
Highlight.
a highlight, that you can go
Yeah.
see on what's
I mean,
what's
you
there.
can always message me what you're looking for if you just want to see some, and I can always just send you pictures, videos. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thanks again for joining us on our breeder chat. And hang around in the back room and we'll come back and see you.
All
So
right.
everyone go check out Mystical Jumpers and go check Nikita out on Instagram and on
Great
on
morning.
Facebook. See you later. Well, that was fun. I love seeing local people near us, eh?
Yeah, it's so much fun.
And seeing new different geckos and different people, like people working on different projects. I forgot to mention something earlier in our tea, and that was my sticker draw.
I was actually just thinking about that. I was like, damn, we need to make sure we mention the sticker draw.
Yeah. So everyone who's listening or who's going to catch this later, a little late in the game in the video today, but I am running a sticker draw. So I got 40 stickers up for grabs, $25 a sticker, and every sticker purchase gives you an entry into a draw to win one of my self-produced Lily White head empty back babies, which is looking red. It was one of my holdback releases. But it's gonna be like the structure on these hatchlings, like all the Lily White empty back ones. You saw them in person, like the structure.
Yeah, I can attest to how nice they are. They're very nice. And if I didn't have a bunch of my own Lily White babies on the way, I would be on it. But I am at capacity.
Yeah, no, and it gives us something a little different with the Lily White having the empty back, right? So definitely excited about. I know I've held a bunch of them back, so I'm pretty excited with these. But yeah, if anyone wants an opportunity, funny enough, the backstory on this is their dad, Moonstone, was a gecko that I won off of a sticker draw. So I participated in one, and I had wanted a Lily White for a long time. Like I've been wanting one, but was out of my budget. And I ended up entering in a draw and ended up winning him. And he turned out to be like stunning. So I really lucked out, and he was my first Lily White. And I figured, hey, it's kind of, neat to have him now part of another sticker draw and be able to give an opportunity to somebody else to have a nice Lily White in their breeding programs or future breeding programs. So yeah, so go check it out. It's on Instagram. DM me if you're interested. And I'm playing this again because it's so much fun. Like, I still want to be there.
Yeah, you can just see like the bloom on his face. He's so happy.
His glow stick. Great way to end an episode. The party time. So much fun.
Well, get your party on, guys.
Yeah. Enjoy a glue ball, depending on where you are. Hopefully you got better weather than we have. So we're going to go and enjoy a gloomy Sunday morning.
Yes.
And wish you guys all a good rest of your, start of your week. And we'll see you next Sunday for Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for tuning in.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Where's my clothes? There it is. Okay, bye.
Shake your dreams from your hair. I'm already there, right beside you.